In this lesson, we're going to be looking at writing exponential equations given 2 points. So given 2 points on the curve of the exponential equation, we can use the division method to write exponential equations. Keep in mind at every step where you end up with a decimal, if you end up with a decimal in any of the intermediate steps, then be sure to round each one of those decimals to 3 decimal places. So the steps to write an exponential equation using the division method, first thing we're going to do is substitute in the x and the y coordinates, and that's going to create two variable equations using the format y equals a times b to the x power. And then once we've plugged in the x and y coordinates, giving us the 2 equations, we're going to divide the equations, making sure that the equation with the greater exponent is on top, so that we make sure that we have a positive exponent. And then lastly, we're going to substitute in the value of b into either one of the equations to solve for a. Once we have a and b, we just plug in the values of a and b into y equals ab to the x power. Alright, so given these 2 coordinates, 3, 5, and 12, 15, first thing I want to do is, using this format, y equals a times b to the x, plug in the bigger exponent is the 12, so we want to write that one first, so we'll put that one at the top. 15 is the y coordinate, 12 is the x coordinate, and then using the other point, 5 is the y coordinate and 3 is the x coordinate. So now we're going to divide these two. 15 divided by 5 is 3. B to the 12th divided by b to the 3rd. And whenever we divide exponents, we subtract. So 12 minus 3 is 9. So we get 3 equals b to the 9th power. To cancel the b to the 9th power, we need to raise it to the 1/9 power. So we're going to raise both sides to the 1/9 power. 3 to the 1/9 power is 1.130. Now we're going to take that value of b and plug it into either equation. I'm just going to use the top equation. 15 equals a times 1.130 to the 12th power. 1.130 to the 12th power is approximately 4.335. And then to solve for a, the last step would be to divide 15 by 4.335. And that's going to give us an approximate value of a of 3.460. So now that we know what a and b are, we just plug them into the equation, and that is our exponential equation. Y equals 3.460 times 1.130 to the x power. In this example, we're just going to do this, repeat the same process as example 1. The bigger x value is 2, so we're going to write that one out first. 18 is the y coordinate, 2 is the x coordinate. For the other point, 6 is the y coordinate, 1 is the x coordinate. When we divide 18 by 6, we get 3. 2 minus 1 is 1. So b equals 3. Take that value of b, plug it into either equation. I'm just going to plug it into the top equation. 18 equals a times b's quantity, which is 3, to the 2nd power. 3 squared is 9. Last step to solve for a is to divide both sides by 9. So a equals 2. So our equation is y equals a b to the x. So y equals 2 times 3 to the x power. Remember to put the base of your exponent in parentheses. And then lastly, using these 2 coordinates, 4 is the bigger of the 2 x coordinates, so we're going to write that one first. The y coordinate is 162, x coordinate is 4. And then divide that by the other equation, y coordinate 6, x coordinate 1. 162 divided by 6 is 27. 4 minus 1 is 3. And to cancel the exponent of 3, we need to raise it to the 1/3 power. We have to do that to both sides. When we raise 27 to the 1/3 power, we get 3. So b equals 3. Plug that into either equation. I'm just going to use the top equation. So we get 162 equals a times b, and we now know that b is 3. 3 to the 4th power is 81. And then to solve for a, divide both sides by 81. A equals 2. So our equation is the same as example 2. Y equals 2 times 3 to the x power.